Tired of the old, outdated way of playing fantasy? It's time to try Underdog Fantasy. If you want to make some picks on your favorite sports, check out Underdog Fantasy Pick'em game, where you choose higher or lower on between 2 to 8 players, and you can win up to 1,000 times your initial entry. Make sure to use code CROWDED when you sign up, so you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Think you know ball better than us? Don't miss out on this great offer and compete against the crew to showcase your knowledge today. All right, back here with Demetrius Knight. Demetrius, first off, man, good to see you. I know it's been a while. I was just telling you, it's been a while since I talked with you through the recruiting process. So when you're here, could you have ever imagined back then, so long ago now, it feels like that you'd be here at the Senior Bowl with this opportunity?
Not at all. Not at all. I would have, especially at linebacker, I would have no clue that I'd be at the Reese's Senior Bowl. What an opportunity. What a blessing. And never would have seen myself here at all in my years of college.
You mentioned the position at linebacker, man. We know you were quite the athlete coming out of high school. Just kind of talk about your journey, 3 different programs. What did it mean this past year to have the season that you did and the program up in Columbia?
Yeah, all honor goes to God and my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I'm not here. Without him, I don't have the success that I had this year and the journey that I was able to have and build, which adds, more character to my story. So, being a quarterback and that being everything that I know and going immediately to the linebacker room and defense was an extremely hard transition. At a point in time, I was even thinking about quitting football. So during that first camp, I was like, this probably isn't something I want to do, I don't think. And, but by the grace of God and Coach Lou and his staff, I would end up being attacked by those guys one day with laughter and smiles and tickles, and since then I haven't stopped smiling and laughing. So it ended up working in great favor. So it showed me just that people do see you, even when you're going through tough times, and that you can persevere and you can end up in spots like this today. So that perseverance, it's real, and this is what it can do for you as long as you just keep going, put your head down, and don't look back.
You talked just a little bit about this, but, man, I mean, you kind of spoke to this throughout your career in the media, but when you went to Charlotte, it was really kind of betting on yourself.
Yeah.
Can you talk about just maybe the mental side of things? How tough was it to maybe, I don't want to say reinvent yourself, but kind of go back, and then obviously you look back on it as, I guess, it's probably one of the best decisions you ever made.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was an opportunity to find who I was, find the linebacker that I wanted to be. So I got just a little taste of linebacker at Georgia Tech, but I knew going to Charlotte and the new staff coming in, there would be opportunity for me to work into a starting role. Since everybody would get to start from ground zero, there'd be no politics involved. So I wanted to make sure that I put my best foot forward. So I definitely bet on myself and wanted to challenge myself to become smarter with the game from an IQ standpoint. So that whole offseason, and before I even got there, I'm watching extra film, I'm writing things down, going back, just back to the basics to understand where people are, where D linemen are supposed to be in certain fronts, and really understanding the game from a linebacker standpoint where when people are lined up wrong, I can get them in the right position and things like that. So that whole process would end up helping me tremendously at Charlotte, having a good season there and having enough film to leave in South Carolina.
I was in the building this past year when College Game Day came to town to Columbia, man, and just talk about, I know it was just one season, but the atmosphere and the love. I had never been there, and I walked away saying this is one of the best environments, not just in the SEC, but in college football. Talk about your time in Columbia.
Columbia is amazing. Columbia is, I know it's everywhere when you get to Columbia, but that place is home. That place is home. It's of course, my home is Georgia. Our family's in Georgia, but we have great family in Carolina, from coaching staffs and wives that reach out to my wife to make sure she's okay, has everything she needs, make sure the kids are good. And that's what it's all about. For me not to have to worry about family back at home, if we have stuff to eat, if we have enough money, if they have, people that can reach out to them, that's just not just me and not just family. Having coaches-wise and just having that extra, push of family makes it a lot more easy for me to focus on football and do what I do best. So that's another attribute to the season that we had, where I didn't have to worry about other things other than playing some high level SEC football.
Talk about last one here for you, man. Just the journey now. I mean, this is often talked about as the start of the NFL draft, Brett. I imagine you'll leave here, continue to train. I mean,
Right.
I know everyone wants to ask the question, where do you want to go? But what type of situation are you looking for? Obviously, family atmosphere is really big for you. What are you looking for at the next level?
At the next level, I'm just looking for just an opportunity, just like Charlotte did. I know whoever picks me up is going to give me an opportunity, and it's not anything they're going to regret. They're going to get me day in, day out. Whether days are bad, days are good, I'm going to bring the same energy. I'm going to bring the same consistency because that matters. And I'm going to be available and I'm going to be adaptable. Whatever they want me to do, I'm going to do it at a high level to put the team in the best position to be in the playoffs and to hold up that trophy.
Demetrius Knight, and I'll brag a little bit, one of the most versatile players, I think, in college football. We appreciate the time.